I'm proud to be partnering with Underdog Sports, my favorite place to play fantasy games. You gotta check out Pick'em. It's so easy to play. Just pick higher or lower on your favorite or least favorite player's stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in a single night. Underdog keeps it super simple with their easy-to-use website and mobile app. Sound like fun? Sign up with the promo code Liv Thompson to claim your free pick and first-time deposit offer up to $1,000 bonus cash. Can't wait to see your entries. You had a big summer. You had the ESPYs going to James Charles' house. That was pretty cool. And then you got to do your own youth clinic in your hometown in Washington.
A lot of young girls showed up, and I was super surprised, especially for the first time. It just really opened my eyes because I am starting to realize like a lot of little girls look up to me. I just want to be a good role model for them.
What was it like going to James Charles' house with Breezy? That was a really cool opportunity for you.
Yeah, it's cool to see that these stars who have nothing to do with basketball incorporate sports. And so it was cool to get like a message from him and just asking him if he could fly us out and do our makeup. It was really eye-opening because it was like, dang, now people are realizing how big women's sports is and they're trying to make it even bigger.
Pretty serendipitous how it worked out for you to end up here. You don't know that word, huh?
Nope.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Coop, the show that celebrates the past and present sung and unsung legends of USC athletics. I'm your host, Olivia Thompson, and today I'm joined by a current women's basketball player and one of my best friends ever, the one and only Miss Chloe Kitts. Chloe,
Aww.
I love you, girl, really.
I love you too, Livy Poo.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Congrats on y'all's win against Mississippi State.
Thank you.
And you did amazing, by the way, also. I did not watch, but I did Google your... Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. But anyway, that game was a little rocky, so I heard. I watched a little bit of the highlights just so I could be educated a bit. But y'all were down during that game. So, and this isn't a knock to y'all's competition, and it's not a knock to Mississippi State, but I feel like as our team, we go into games not expecting to win, but expecting to be pretty dominant in these games. You know, we do situations in practice where we're down, et cetera, et cetera. But what's going on in your head when you're kind of in a tough situation during a game and y'all are down? How do you get in a mindset to get you back into the game?
I mean, when we're down at the beginning of the game, no one's really worried. I mean, it's just the beginning of the game. We know it's a 40-minute game, and sometimes we're not our best in the first or second, third quarter, but we usually pull through in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So I don't really get nervous. I mean, towards the end of the game, especially, like last year, I mean, we only really had like one closer game was UCLA game, but that was pretty a far stretch. So
yeah. What was that UCLA game like for you mentally? I mean, like it can be kind of overwhelming because we do I feel like we have that confidence thinking that no matter if we're down, we're going to find a way to pull out a game and get back into it. But they were pretty ahead of us the entire game. What was going on through your head during that game?
I was like just hoping that we was going to pull through. We're so used to pulling through, and that was just such an eye-opener because we can't go into every game thinking we're just going to beat everybody because everyone can lose. So I feel like ever since that loss, all of our mindsets have changed, and we realized that we need to not let that happen again.
Yeah, absolutely. So what was practice like after that UCLA game?
It's fine. I mean, no one was really down about that loss. Not like super down. I mean, like personally, some of us, of course, we didn't play our best, and we always want to play our best, but it was just like a learning lesson, and Coach still goes back to that game as a learning lesson. Yeah,
absolutely. I'm sure that'll be something she goes back to the whole season whenever y'all get in a situation. Hopefully you don't get in a situation like that again, but if y'all do, that's going to be something that she gets back to. And that's motivation for y'all to not let that happen again, I'm sure. Yeah. So you've got some big games coming up. Are you looking forward to those?
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of teams don't want to play us, it seems like, because we are such a dominant program. But now we're moving into SEC play. We've got 2 new teams joining the conference. How do you feel about playing 2 teams that you haven't really seen a whole lot of throughout your time at USC?
I mean, I think we're all super excited. The SEC just keeps getting better and better. Oklahoma's a really good team, and so is Texas, and they're both ranked, and they're both coming up. So, I feel like we're pretty ready. And then we also play Texas twice. We go to Texas, so that's, cool to see. We get to travel other places that we haven't had. to be able to do.
Absolutely. Do you like traveling?
No. Because we don't even get to go out and see anything. We just sit in the hotel room.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's cool to see like their gym.
Mm-hmm. That is nice. Especially because every crowd y'all go to, the environment is definitely more intense whenever y'all are in town. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't even like traveling when you have time to travel, though.
Yeah, at all.
You just like to be at home. Mm-hmm. Crazy girl. I want to talk a little bit about your summer. You had a big summer. You had the ESPYs. You've had a lot of NIL opportunities going on. Going to James Charles' house. That was pretty cool. And then you got to do your own youth clinic in your hometown in Washington. Talk to me a little bit about that and what that was like for you.
I mean, it was really cool to be able to have a clinic. A lot of young girls showed up, and I was super surprised, especially for the first time. Mm-hmm. And it just really opened my eyes because I am starting to realize, like, a lot of little girls look up to me, and I just want to be a good role model for them. So I want to continue to have clinics like that and, just continue to do that because when I was younger, I was them, and I was looking up to these WNBA players, and I just want to show them that they can do anything they put their mind to.
Absolutely, absolutely. Was there a WNBA player that you looked up to when you were a kid?
Yes, Sue Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm actually from Seattle, Washington. Mm-hmm. So, that was my favorite player, and I actually got to meet her when I was younger.
Really? That's interesting, because...
Girl, boo, what are you doing? You got that picture?
Let me show the camera. Look at that. Look at that girl.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
When did you get to meet Miss Sue Bird?
I think I was like...
You're a jit.
8. I had to be 8, right? 7 or 8?
Nah, yeah, you look super young.
I was definitely like 7 or 8 because they gave me a mic and put me on the news.
Really?
Yeah, it was but my reaction was just oh, nice. But it was really cool.
Yeah. So
I can't believe you brought that picture.
I know. I gotta do my research, and I was oh, she's so cute. I gotta bring this out. But when you were growing up, when did you start playing basketball? First of all.
Maybe 5 or something. I didn't have a choice. The ball was just in my hand. My dad played basketball. Mm-hmm. My family played basketball, so I just was raised around it, always going to my dad's old people league games, running around. They be playing the old man leagues.
Yeah.
Running around the side of the court. So really, whenever, it's just how I didn't have an option.
Did you feel pressure to start playing basketball, or was it was your love for it pretty natural? Even though it did.
It was
run
natural.
In your family. Yeah,
definitely natural. But the older you get, it's just different now.
Yeah, it definitely develops over time. Mm-hmm. I do want to talk a little bit more about your summer and your NIL opportunities that you've been able to participate in, because it's a pretty unique experience to be able to do these things. And I want to touch on your social media presence a bit, because as women's basketball expands, so does the amount of critique and people inserting their opinions when it's not wanted a whole lot.
Right.
But you, and with a lot of NIL, people who are involved in NIL, you have to have large social media presence. How do you kind of balance the critique that you're hearing and receiving online while still having to uphold this not necessarily model citizen status, but you have to kind of block out the haters in a sense. How do you work through that?
I mean, for me, I don't really care what people say. Mm-hmm. I be looking, on Twitter, on Instagram, first of all, if you have a bad game, they just want to, bash you. But I don't take that personal. I think it's just kind of funny. You just hiding behind Twitter. Bro, you don't know me. Mm-hmm. I actually don't take that personal at all. I don't really post. I need to post more, and people keep telling me I need to post more. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to not just show basketball, but try to show a different side of me. Mm-hmm. So I'm still working on that, and I don't love posting, but I'm still gonna keep trying. Mm-hmm. And I don't really care what people think, so I just be posting whatever, and I just know that my brand will keep growing, and that's one of my main goals.
Yeah, I've seen you posting a lot of lashes content. Is that something that you want to get into into after
I actually don't have my lashes on. Anyways, I want to start a lash business, a lash brand. This summer I actually want to do that. I have 2 things I want to do. Start an athletic apparel, sportswear,
nice.
Leggings and stuff like that, shorts. Mm-hmm. And then an eyelash brand, just have my own lash clusters and put my logo on it and, share that with the world, because I do see these little girls put lashes on and they put like my jersey on and they put it all over Twitter, and it's so cute because they look up to me and they know I love lashes and they just want to wear lashes now.
Absolutely. That would be nice to have a
Would you wear my lashes?
No.
I know you wouldn't.
So what inspired you to want to start your own clothing brand?
I don't know. I thought about that like 4 days ago, my New Year's resolution.
Nice.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Well, I think you can definitely do a great job with that, for sure. What was it like going to James Charles' house with Breezy? That was a really cool opportunity for y'all.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to see that when these stars kind of, who have nothing to do with basketball, kind of try to incorporate sports. And so it was cool to get like a message from him and just asking him if he could fly us out and do our makeup. And it was really eye-opening because it was like, dang, now people are realizing how big women's sports is and they're trying to make it even bigger. So it's cool to see how he used makeup in sports, and it was really nice to meet him, and his house is beautiful.
Yeah,
it was fun. It was really fun.
I bet it was.
Yeah, it was.
Did you ever see basketball taking you this far and giving you these sort of opportunities?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I feel like there's so many more opportunities out there for me and for just women in sports, and I just hope it keeps growing.
Absolutely. I definitely think it will, especially with your success on the court and the team's success. It's bound to happen naturally. So going back to your early life when you started playing basketball, when was it that you realized that you were pretty good and better than your peers? Because before you even answer, I saw an interview with your grandma or your great-grandma, and she said that she knew you were better than everybody by the time you were 4. So when do you think that you were better than everybody?
I think like my sophomore year of high school. Because like I knew I was better than people, but I'm just not a very confident, like on the court, like not really like very confident, and that's what I need to work on. So I think I was just like, dang, I'm kind of good like my sophomore year of high school. I kind of realized, I was like, dang, these people can't guard me.
It's interesting that you say that you don't feel confident on the court, because you don't display that at all. You seem like you play with a lot of passion and confidence. So tell me a little bit about that. Why don't you feel confident?
I don't know. I don't know. I've just been like that, and I feel like I'm trying to get better at it. Like last year, I had so many ups and downs throughout the year, and if I'm not confident and if I'm down, then it affects my play. It doesn't make me play well. So especially this year, I've been trying to work on staying confident, and if I can't get myself confident, I need the people around me. People don't admit that, but like you need your coaches to fill you with confidence, like your teammates, like your family, your friends, because for me, that's what I need to stay confident, is other people helping me, because I can't do it myself. Yeah,
absolutely. I think we have it seems like the team has a really close-knit relationship, and that you guys are really good at catering to each other's needs. In that sense, would you say that you feed off of their energy pretty well?
For sure. I mean, we're really close. We all love each other. I mean, you can tell. We just always have a great time, and we know each other's personalities, and we know what each other need, and we try our hardest to help each other be great.
Absolutely. Speaking of your high school basketball experience, you got to play for Team USA, was it twice or twice? What was that experience like for you?
I mean, it was crazy going over a different country, just seeing how it is, how people live, what people eat, for a month, and just playing against those countries. I mean, it was a super cool experience. And I got to play for Joni, and that was cool too. She's really cool.
Yeah. Where were some of your favorite countries that you played in? Did you get to experience these countries a little bit more?
Yeah, we were there for a month. We got to walk around and see stuff. I mean, Argentina was cool. Like, it was interesting. It was really eye-opener. Like, we're blessed over here in America. Like, people don't really have it like we have it. So it was really nice to see that.
Do you like immersing yourself in different cultures? No.
I mean, yeah, I like getting, like, if people around me, but I'm not a fan of traveling. I mean, I want to travel and go there for, a couple days or a couple weeks with, like, my friends or something, but, like,
being in places for an extended amount of time.
Yeah,
it's just not for you. I understand that. That does make basketball a little bit difficult then, especially this Team USA stuff, and then the potential of overseas. But yeah. So tell me more about your high school basketball experience. When did you start to realize that you were on South Carolina's radar?
Honestly, every school recruited me except UConn and South Carolina. So South Carolina didn't recruit me to my senior year. They recruited me when I was younger. Like, they were recruiting, middle schoolers.
They come at you early.
And then they stopped, or I don't know, they stopped. And then, I kind of thought I wanted to go somewhere else for college. And I was like, let me keep my options open. And, my senior year, they was like, well, coach, saw her on the sideline. She reached out to me. And I was like, shoot, I think I want to go somewhere else. And so, it took a while. I was waiting for them, though, for sure.
Yeah.
But
was that a school that you kind of always had in the back of your head, hoping that they would come at some point?
Yeah, I think the older I got, because, South Carolina is a powerhouse, and you know that growing up, kind of, playing for Don Staley. So when I got that call or whatever, I was like, it's the best decision I've ever made. Absolutely
is pretty serendipitous how it worked out for you to end up here. Who was you don't know that word, huh?
Nope.
I do, you got it. So it was Coach Staley who recruited you to come to South Carolina? Yeah, that's interesting too, because I actually
do you have
another picture.
Oh my gosh.
'Cause you don't look like a senior in high school in that picture.
But girl, that is not what you recruited me. I was in 4th grade. That's the high school I went to my junior year. I had this little showcase. She did not know who I was. My dad was like, go ask her for a picture. I said, I don't even know who this is. I just knew, I was 4th grade. I didn't know. I was like, who is that? And then so he was like, go take a picture. And my dad forced me. So I was like, all right, let me go take a picture with it and shoot.
Look at y'all now. Y'all need to recreate that picture. You need to put on this exact outfit again. Take this picture.
So trifling.
No, but it is cute though, and a very very profound full circle moment for you to end up at this school. I think it's pretty special. And then going into that, you left high school a semester early. Was that a difficult decision for you?
I mean, I knew I wanted to just not be in high school anymore. I was just so tired of it. I was so bored. I was at a point where I was not trying to work out. I was just I need to move on. I was just so bored and just ready to leave. I wanted to leave so bad. So
yeah, because your high school was a bit different.
I did online school my last 2 years.
That would be boring.
Yeah, so I was just, playing basketball and just sleeping all day.
Yeah.
I mean, I still do that now.
Right, literally.
But it's different.
Some things never change. Right, It is definitely different at this level. How do you think leaving a semester early prepared you for the full season that you got to play the following year?
I mean, I feel like it helped me a lot, just being there and around, the older people, Aaliyah, Zaya, Bree, everyone, you. Just being around everyone and seeing how they are in practice and just watching them lead, going through that season and then that loss. And then having everyone new come in and be feeling fulfilling a bigger role. I think that's just, it was hard for me to accept because at the end of the day, that was my freshman year.
Right.
And I only played half a semester, so I was super upset for a while because, I came in from high school and I didn't play at all. And, it was just, I was super sad for a while.
Right,
yeah, I wasn't expecting
you weren't expecting to play, but
I
you
was
were expecting
something else to happen, you know what I mean? So I was just super upset. But then I was like, wow, this is probably the best thing I've ever done because it took me a while to realize that, it's helped me so much.
Yeah, because you had, even though it was a short amount of time, that amount of time really helped you absorb a lot of information and learn things about yourself, learn things about the coaches and the program to be able to step into more of a leadership role as technically a freshman the following year. But was it hard for you to adjust to joining a team mid-season?
I mean, kind of, but not really because everyone made me comfortable. Me and Livy got close fast.
We did.
So, they just made me comfortable. And we just had a good time, and I was quiet for a little while, but
You were.
a while actually.
Yes, you were.
Me and Brucey were just talking about this the other day, how I was so quiet.
Yeah.
But
boy, how things have changed.
I know, right? Now I don't stop talking. And now you're gone.
I know. I miss you every day.
I
For
miss
real.
you too.
I know. And then transitioning into your sophomore season, well, more like the summer of that sophomore season, what were those summer workouts like for you, just watching the team and the dynamic? What was kind of going through your head about what the season would look like for that team?
I mean, that summer was the summer... Was that the summer I stayed and I didn't really go home? I think that was the summer.
Yeah, it was.
It was the summer I stayed on campus during summer when everyone went home because I knew I needed to get better. And I felt like when I was home, I probably wouldn't have gotten better or bigger because I know that I need to gain more weight. I need to eat. I need to be in the weight room every day. So I feel like that just took my game somewhere else, just focusing on that for that, like, month.
Mm-hmm.
And then I used to work out with Khadijah because Khadijah wasn't actually a coach on staff.
Right.
So Coach actually, like, hooked me up with her, so I worked out with her during the summers, and then she became on the staff the next year.
Yeah, that was pretty cool how that happened.
Yeah.
So something I read about you and just kind of a tendency that you have and something that you like to do, you will work out in, like, the wee hours of the night at, like, 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Yeah, so actually, not anymore.
Okay, good.
So I used to do that, like, last year and my freshman year. I mean, freshman year was cool and all because I didn't play.
Mm-hmm.
Sophomore year, it's like, I'm sad I played bad. I'm about to go shoot that night because I'm in my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
But now I realize I don't need to do all that because why am I shooting at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning? And then I got practice the next day at like 11.
Right.
And my body
Now you're
hurts.
tired.
And
You
I
gotta
can't make a
wait till- you
shot
gotta
because
wait
I
till,
shot
like,
too
8,
much.
right.
Right. And, you know, I feel like that just wasn't the best for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was more like immature, like why? I don't need to do all that because if I do less, sometimes less is more, and I realize that less is more, and I don't need to shoot for 2 hours. I can shoot for 30 minutes as long as I go hard for 30 minutes, and that's all I need to do.
Right.
So you know how to do that anymore.
Yeah.
And Coach actually yelled at me for doing that.
I bet. Yeah, that's not really healthy. But, I mean, as competitors, we kind of not want to, like, punish ourselves, but we feel like if we have a bad performance, we feel like we have to work extra hard to be able to not necessarily make up for that, but to get better. And like you said, less can be more sometimes. Sometimes overworking is very real, especially when we do as much as we do. But yeah, so tell me a little bit more about the teams, how the team was looking that summer. So when everybody came back to campus, y'all started doing team workouts, Final Four Fridays, all that. How were you kind of observing the team and thinking that y'all were going to do that following season?
Last year, we were not good. Coach thought we weren't good. We all thought we weren't good. Not necessarily bad, but like it just wasn't like what we're used to seeing. It's just different. And you know, we worked hard all summer and we still was, like, iffy, and then after we played that Notre Dame game, we were like, dang, we're going to be nice. And we were nice. We won the Natty.
You were very nice. Was there a moment from that season that stood out to you in particular? I mean, besides the
Like
obvious.
Camila hit the game winner.
Oh, my gosh, that was crazy. I remember I was watching that on TV, and I for sure thought that there was no way y'all were going to win.
Girl, me too.
No, I feel like
everyone.
everyone.
Like, ain't no way.
Yeah, but then she catches that ball at the top of the key and makes it. I swear to God, I sprinted out of my house. I ran out of my house so fast. I could not believe it. What was that moment like for you?
I mean, it's crazy because, I mean, we didn't expect that to happen, but, you know, Camilla was ready, and she won it for us, and we didn't lose.
Yeah, that was pretty incredible.
Yeah, it was a great memory for sure.
Yeah, especially coming off after your little half semester losing in the Final Four. That was pretty rough.
Yeah. For you too, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty rough for me too. So this season, well, transitioning from last season to this one, what are some things that you wanted to work on over the summer to better prepare yourself for this season?
Just mentally. I mean, I feel like mentally, if I'm not there, then I'm not here at all. I just get consumed with, like, negative self-talk. That's where the confidence comes in. So that's something I've been trying to work on, and I have been working on it. also trying to lead more. I'm still working on that.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully next year I'll be able to lead more.
Mm-hmm.
That means I got to communicate more. So I'm going to try.
Absolutely.
Communicate more in, like, not a joking way. Like, actually, like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
but
stepping into that
yeah,
role.
right. But that, and then, I mean, the basketball stuff, just keep doing what I'm doing. But it's just really mentally and confidence-wise, just really my biggest thing I was trying to work on. And obviously trying to get bigger in the weight room because clearly I can't gain weight. Clearly it doesn't stay on.
Well, you gotta eat to gain weight.
I'm trying. I do be eating. I mean, you don't understand, bro. It's hard. But, like after that last season, I lost like 20 pounds.
Wow.
I was looking at pictures the other day. Me and Tessa was like, wow. We didn't realize how skinny, because we both lost weight.
Uh-huh.
We didn't realize how skinny we were.
Yeah.
After the season. But it's back. We're back. So just hopefully that won't happen again. I'm trying my hardest not to lose that weight. Because it's hard. I mean, you play 2 games a week. We're traveling. When you travel, it's hard to, like, eat. And then game days, it's just, like, hard.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like, especially when, like, the food is kind of the same.
Yeah.
And you're a pretty picky eater, too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I'm gotten better.
You gotten better?
Yeah.
Good. You're eating vegetables now?
But I'm getting forced. My boyfriend forces me
that'll
to eat
do it.
different food.
So you've been at Molly's hip pretty much from the summer workouts to gain weight and get better with your strength, because I mean the post is no joke. And you
100%, especially for me, bro. There's some big girls down there.
You handle yourself great though. I mean you slip off them like
I fall
crazy.
less now.
Yeah, you definitely do fall way less.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you said you've been lifting like two times a day at one point?
I did that more towards when the season wasn't here. I would lift twice a day, like 2 times a week. But now I don't know. I lift on game days though, because Molly was like, there's a point where you can do too much and then your body's gonna hurt and then be sore in the game. So, just trying to balance it. I would like to go back to 2 lifts a day, but not right now.
Yeah,
definitely like an off-season thing.
Yeah,
preseason thing. Definitely not during the season.
So I know this, but a lot of people don't. Can you kind of walk me through what a game day looks like for you?
Yeah. So we wake up, and then we have. Well, I have to wake up extra early whenever our game is. I work. We'll go in the weight room. I usually go there before the coaches get there, or after, depending on what time our game. Like if it's an early game, then I'm gonna go after them because I'm not trying to wake up super early. So they lift in there, and then I go and lift for like 15 to 25 minutes, and then breakfast. Then I get ready for I shower, and then I get ready for the game, and then pre-game, and then go to the court. I'm gonna warm up for 2 hours, an hour and a half.
I know you got it.
You missed those warm-ups, huh?
Not one bit.
I know.
Not one bit.
We warm up for a little minute, and then it's game time.
Yeah.
So it's just really how it is.
Yeah. Earlier you talked about how your mental game is something that you wanted to strengthen over the off season. How do you go about doing that?
I go to therapy.
Okay. How long have you been going to therapy?
For like a couple months. I just started after this summer. Before the season started, like during our workouts. I was like, I should probably. Actually, Jeremy, our dietitian, was like, you should probably like go see someone. Like it will help you, and it's not like something bad to go see a therapist. Like you just go and tell them how you feel, and they help you and they make you feel better.
Absolutely. And
they give you things to do to make you feel better. Like for me, I get really nervous before a game. Like hands start sweating, and like I feel like I can't breathe sometimes. Like I just still get nervous, and she tells me to color in a coloring book, so I color in a coloring book before the game.
I love that.
And
does it help?
Helps with gave me breathing techniques. But yeah, the coloring book definitely helps. Like, and sometimes I forget to do it, and Tessa's like, do your coloring book, and I'm like, oh,
that's sweet.
And no, I just feel like mental health still isn't really talked about too much, because people don't really understand, like, if you consume yourself with just basketball, like, it gets depressing. Like, you're only basketball every day, basketball. So, like, if you don't fill your mind with other stuff, and, like, if you get in too deep with basketball, then it's just depressing. It's just, like, you're just sad.
Yeah.
Because every day is the same. Like, you wake up, play basketball, and you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like talking to someone and telling someone how you feel and them giving you ways to make you feel better and, also helping with, like, strategies to make me not nervous. It's just helped me so much. I feel like that's also why I've gotten better on the floor, because my therapist.
What other strategies has she given you to help you with your nervousness before games besides the coloring books?
Just the breathing. I need to find more techniques, though. But for now, the coloring book's good.
Yeah. What sort of, so is it like...
It, like, calms me down. Like, I don't listen to music.
Yeah, you hate music. She doesn't listen to music.
Just Miley Cyrus, Party in the USA.
That's the only song she knows.
Yeah, quite literally. So, I don't listen to music. So, like, on the way to the game, everybody has their earphones in. Girl, I got my earphones in. I'm not listening to nothing. Like, sometimes I put on, like, Pandora playlist with the ads, because I'm not buying Pandora. I don't listen to no dang music. I'm not about to pay for no dang Pandora.
You're crazy.
Unless they want to,
throw that NIL deal. Right.
I got you. But, so trying to, like, get my mind off the game. Like, I'm just so worried about, like, the game before the game. And worry about, I just want to play good. I want to win. So just, like, filling my mind with something different. Like coloring in my coloring book.
Right. Have you seen yourself, have you seen that really taking effect throughout the season?
Yeah, I feel like it has. Because I'm not sitting in the locker room for too long thinking about the game. Like, at the end of the day, I'm still thinking about the game. But, like, there's, like, a little point where it's just, like, I'm, like, relaxed. Like,
you've got your mind off of it. You're just kind of doing your own thing. Yeah, that's really good. Therapy is extremely beneficial and still not talked about enough within the world of sports, especially because on top of sports being, it can be monotonous. It can be the same thing every single day. You don't know that word either. Right? Oh my God. Day in, day out, same thing every single day. I think it's something people who don't play sports don't think about a whole lot. And then we were talking about earlier the amount of lashing out we see on social media. You said you do a really good job of blocking that out, but some people can't. And I mean, that's just like another layer of stress and pressure added from these
especially if you don't have, like, the right people around you. I mean, like, the right people around you. The wrong people around you feeding in bad stuff to you. And if you're already talking down to yourself and having these people feed in such bad things, like, it makes it even worse. And, like, especially if you listen to the haters, I mean, that's not going to translate good to your game, because you're just going to be in your head, and then good things won't happen.
Absolutely. I think you have really good people around you. I mean, you come from a basketball family, and then your teammates are amazing.
They are.
And I was doing some research about your great-grandparents and the impact that they have on you. Talk to me a little bit about them and your relationship with them.
I mean, my relationship with them is great. They're like 83 and 84, I think. They're old. It's my great-grandparents. And, my grandpa, he just loves basketball. He's always loved basketball. So we talk, like, the night before, or 2 nights before the game, and he always tells me, it's okay if you don't do good on the floor. We still love you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So it's so funny. And they call me after the game, and he always tells me, like, what I can do better and what I did good. So he's real. He's not going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's just nice to still have them in my lives.
Definitely. Was it hard to move away from them? Because you moved from Washington when you were in the 3rd grade?
Yeah. I mean, not really, because I was so young. I was just excited to move to Florida because it was nice there and we didn't have to be in the rain. So I wasn't super, like, upset. But I just wish they were closer because, they're not going to be in my life forever.
Right.
And I'm just trying to cherish these conversations I have with them and the lessons I can learn.
I think it's really special, the relationship that you have with your grandparents. And it is certainly something you can never take for granted, especially these people who are just trying to pour positivity into you when there's you're hearing a lot of negativity in life and, feeling things from within. You said your confidence can struggle sometimes, so I'm sure it feels really good to hear this confidence being spoken back into you by your grandparents.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So before you go, I have 2 questions I want to ask you. One is, what is the best piece of advice you've ever received? Or what is a piece of advice you would like to share with others?
Don't let people tell you what you can and can't do. Period.
End of story. Chloe, this was great chatting with you. I love you dearly and deeply.
Love you too.
Thank you for being on today, and I wish you the best with the rest of your season. I will try my darndest to make it to a game, since you guys are actually playing some good competition now.
Yeah, and you live 30 minutes away.
That doesn't matter. That traffic, nah, I'm good. But I will be in attendance to some games now. So I'm looking forward to seeing you around, and best of luck with the rest of your season. Love you, girl.
Thank you. Love you too. Love you, Pooh.
Bye.